Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Cackling Pumpkins. Now, you may notice a few changes in the camera angle and the lighting. I'm experimenting with a few things on these live videos, since a few of them seem to do pretty well, a few don't. I'm still experimenting, still not sure if I should keep doing this. I kind of feel like I should, as long as you keep enjoying it. Please tell me if you enjoy it, or not. I don't know. Whatever. Before we begin, I figured I should do some shameless self-promotion, since, I don't know, I figured I should do that more too. I always felt shitty doing that, because I feel like it takes away from the video, like, hey, we're supposed to be talking about this thing, not your fucking shitty shit. But we're going to talk about my shitty shit. The fourth chapter of my webcomic, Alice Darkson, has just been uploaded to Webtoon, Tapas. The rest of chapter 4 will be uploaded through the next coming weeks. Every Saturday there will be an update, unless there isn't enough pages to fill a regular update, which should be at least 4, maybe 5. It depends on how much plot-heavy stuff is in those pages. And also, if you guys would be so kind, please check out my TeePublic store. I have almost 30 designs on there, and I actually have more being made right now. I have some in a form of sketches that I'm gonna trace on the computer on my drawing tablet, which is on the floor at the moment, so I can have my camera here. So yeah, look forward to those. They're all completely original designs. I think I might take a video to talk about the TeePublic store to have a proper introduction. Now, with that being said, let's get to the actual topic. Probably pissed a lot of people off already.
Oh, he's becoming that guy.
Shut up! And yes. Now, with that being said, we've all had moments that just scarred us for life, that terrified us beyond any point. And sometimes we'll be able to remember it crystal clearly. Other times, it's like a repressed memory. We don't remember it until that one moment, and when we do, it's like, oh, God. I figured it would be appropriate talking about some of the biggest moments in my life that scarred me. Because, my God, do I have a few. Originally, this was going to be like a source of my greatest fears, but I couldn't actually think of many that resulted in phobias, so I figured I might as well just do horrible moments in my life that some of you may already know about because of things like the Paper Cuts from Scripts podcast, or if you know about my overall history. So with that being said, let's begin with the story that I know for a fact that I already talked about on the podcast once, and that is the source of my fear of waves. Note how I said waves and not the ocean. The ocean is fine. It's just when water decides to kind of come up and body slam on the ground, stop it. Yeah, no, I can't handle that. And you want to know why? Because I almost fucking drowned because of waves. This was many years ago. I can't remember my exact age, and I can't even remember where I lived at this point, which is what I usually use as like points to say, oh, it was this year or that year, since I moved a lot in my life. But I know that it was a year that my mom didn't go with us. It was just me, my sister, and my grandmother, and my non-biological grandfather. My mom couldn't go because she was busy with work, but she still wanted us to enjoy Ocean City since it had become like a yearly tradition to go there. Ocean City, Maryland is still a soft place in my heart. I like it very much, even though it's not technically that great. The more I go there, the more I kind of realize, yeah, this place is kind of shitty, but I still like it. I grew up in it. It's part of my childhood, thus it must be good. So here's what happened. My grandmother was in the motel room, which is like walking distance from the beach. It was literally right there. If you went to the balcony, you could see the beach, you could see the water. It was a beautiful sight. And my grandpappy, or as I called him, Pop-Up Frank, he was at the part of the water where it was just hitting his knees, and he was a very tall dude. And he was just looking around, looking at the sky, la-di-da, not really paying attention that well. And then there's me. I decided it's a great idea to go as far as I can into the freaking ocean. And you know those kind of dips? Those, what are they called? I always thought they were called sinkholes. I don't know if that's what they're called. I know they have a technical name. But there was also this point with the ocean and the waves. Two waves were kind of coming in opposite directions and colliding and kind of pushing inward. And I know that has a certain name too. But I'm a stupid idiot, so I'm just going to pretend I know what I'm talking about. I ended up accidentally going into one of these sinkholes, and because I was under whatever the fuck that thing is called, I couldn't get up. Every time I did, waves would keep pushing me down. I was drowning. Every time I went up, whoop, just went down again. Oh, goodness me, whatever will I do? My sister, my older sister, who was not much bigger than me, yes, believe it or not, there was a point in time where my sister was actually taller than me. Didn't last long, though. She sees what's happening and tries to save me. She's coming up to me like, I gotta help my brother. She ends up in the same situation too, so we're both like a bunch of idiots bobbing up and down. We're tumbling around like a 180, 360 degrees in the ocean by the mercy of fucking Poseidon. And I see life flash before my fucking eyes. And what happens? A random lady that we've never met before picks us up commando style and marches us up back to the beach. And here comes my grandmother. She's running up to us. She is crying. She's going, "Oh my God, are you okay? I'm glad you care about our safety. Your mom's gonna kill me!" I have a phobia of this now. Just to let you know. And it's true. Because every time I went to the beach, I would never go into the ocean unless there were no waves or the waves were very timid. There was one time we went to, I think it was Myrtle Beach in Virginia, and I saw the waves were like 3 times my size at that point. And here goes my sister and her friend. They dive right in like so. That was the only way you can get into the ocean. And I froze. I was like, no, I'm going to go play in the sand. And that's what I did. I did not touch the water that day because, no, absolutely not. Here's a story, I think. Fuck you and your loud-ass car. Here's a story I think I told, but I never told in full. I know I didn't tell the entire thing, because there's important pieces of information that you should know about. Now, back in 2011, I was 15 years old. I was making a series at that point called Life in Organization 13. It's where I pretended to be different members of Organization 13 from Kingdom Hearts, with my own Organization 13 coat, which I still have, but I have no idea where the hell it is. And I would just do stupid shit. I have no wigs, so you have no idea which one I was trying to be unless I specifically stated. This episode was called Vexen, Drunk, and Jefferson. I treated my hometown Jefferson as a world in Kingdom Hearts. So here I am, pretending to be a drunken bastard, which I never had a lick of alcohol at that point, and so I was just being loud at night, and you're probably gonna say, look, what happened next you kinda deserved, you kinda caused upon yourself, and I kind of agree. But please listen further. Please, as I pretend to be the victim. What happened next is that I wanted to do one last shot. One last shot that was meant to be like, oh, this is funny and shocking because he's chasing a car. The idea is I set up the tripod right by the road, and I set it up in a way where like a car would pass by and you would see its back end. And the idea is I was going to run after it while it was going top speed and be like, you owe me $50! What happens is that this guy, who's walking outside with a metal bat, either because he heard me or something else, he sees me and goes, hey, motherfucker! I'm like, oh fuck, oh fuck. I do the biggest 180 degree angle turn, run over, it's like, fuck, fuck, fuck. I grab the camera, which was like a tiny flip camera and the most flimsiest tripod ever, and I start booking it. Here's this guy with a metal baseball bat chasing me going, you better run, motherfucker! You better take that shit and fucking run! And I remember, at that point in time, he said, you better get out of here! I am! I'm not joking. I am! And I have evidence of this. The video is on YouTube. Here it is, in full. It's called Almost Killed, and I'm surprised it never got a lot of, like, clickbaity views, or maybe got me in trouble.
Oh my god! No! Oh my god! I am!
It was a very shocking video, and it was not faked either. A lot of people probably say it was faked. Nope. All genuine. I have no idea who that guy was, and here's the part that came after. After he did eventually catch me, but he didn't hit me with the baseball bat. It was not used at all. He just grabbed my camera, which he calls that crack in the lens, and I was like, no, please, because I'm being a little pussy bitch. But he saw my face and was like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna go now. You better not get back out here, you stupid idiot. Oh, no, I won't, okay? So I run to one of the back roads, and I called my sister. I need your help. I was crying. I have no shame in admitting that. It was a very traumatic moment, okay? Shut up. And my sister decides, no. Not no as in she won't help me. Not she meant no as in, like, I do not like the fact that this happened to you. Sirens. That could have followed the story if it went horribly wrong and he decided not to let me go. Who's dying this time? Alright, so I got home. I was upset, crying. I took off the jacket. I took off the Organization 13 coat. And my sister basically says, let me use that so I can go down and mess with them. Because at this point in time, my sister was going through this phase where she was like, I'm a bad bitch. She was kind of being that kind of person. And don't get me wrong, she's not like that anymore. It was, I forgot how long it lasted, but it was very short-lived. She's not that kind of person anymore. Please do not judge my sister for the story. And I say, no, I care about this thing. It was very expensive. Not that I paid for it. My mom paid for it. And what happened? She goes behind my back, takes the coat, and with her friend who got a paintball gun, they decided to go down and mess with them. And you're probably thinking, oh, well, she kind of deserved what comes up. No, I don't think so, because you want to know what they did? This guy apparently got his roommates, and they got this pit bull. And they were holding the pit bull like this, shaking its collar, going, kill, kill. And the pit bull was snarling. Fucking foam and shit was coming out of its mouth. It was getting ready to attack. And it's just like, that just doesn't happen normally with a dog. You don't just go, kill, kill, and it just randomly goes crazy. Dogs are usually trained to do that. So that tells me they got that dog specifically to go after people. If not, they trained it specifically to do so. And they were these kind of people who were like, we're the hot shots. Well, we own this place. And before anyone says, oh, dogs could just do that because you're messing with them. Hang on. Here is my little Pomeranian nightmare. I just woke her up from a nap, hence why she's a little groggy. But let's go ahead and play with the theory here. Kill. Kill. Get him. Kill. No, she doesn't like it, actually. She has her ears down, and I fear her rumbling in this area, kind of telling me that she's making like a kind of feeling. So, no, she didn't like that. And no, dogs don't just go crazy if you just say kill. They're usually trained to do that, and I never trained my puppy to hurt anybody. You're right, baby. She's my little puppy. Okay, you can go back to your nap now. I'm sorry I bugged you. So, yeah. I hate people like that. I hate people who are like, oh, I'm so bad. Look at me. This is my town. Fuck those kind of people. You ain't shit. Until you come at me with a knife. Then you are shit. And now there's shit in my pants. This is the worst story ever. It is the most traumatic, and it caused one of my biggest fears that actually caused more than just psychological mental health. It actually caused some physical problems. Because you're probably going to get grossed out when I say this. It's been almost a decade since I've gone to the dentist. And you're probably thinking, why? Why has it taken you so long? And I'll tell you why. I was scarred for fucking life. So when I was very little, I believe, it was either 2004 or 2005, I can't exactly remember. It was when I first moved to Jefferson, and my mom tries to find a dentist. And she found one, and they were going to do a filling with me. And you're probably thinking, oh, you were just traumatized by the filling. No, I've had fillings. They're not that bad. Only the one part that's bad is filling the syringe go in your mouth so that they properly numb it. But after that, it's very much a breeze. And I know I stuttered a lot. Whatever. So what happens is that they decide to take me to the back, but not my mom. They said, you can't come to the back with us. Mom's like, okay. Immediately she's alarmed. Me being a stupid kid, I'm like, okay. And it's like, they go to the back. And you know, usually when they prepare you to put the syringe in your mouth, they get that cotton swab thing. It's like, what is it, rubbing alcohol or something like that? They rub it on your gums. They decided only to do that. They decided to put that on. Oh, you're probably thinking, oh, they're going to get the syringe to properly numb you. Nope. They decided to skip that entirely and then get the drill and put it in my fucking mouth. So here I am screaming off the top of my lungs in pain, the greatest pain I had ever been in my life. And there was nothing I could do about it because my mom was nowhere there. It was like House of a Thousand Corpses in this bitch. Because guess what? My mom tells me the story from her side. She says there were many other kids screaming back there too. She didn't know what was going on. And then essentially one of the dentists runs out to her and says, "Oh, we gotta take this." What they grab is a little stuffed animal chihuahua that I had named Chica. And I loved that stuffed animal so much. It was like my best friend at that point in time. It was, I used it for like, when I was stressed, and I would always take Chica with me. And essentially they're like, "Oh, we're gonna take this. Everything's fine though." They run back, shove it in my face, be like, "Here's Chica! Here's Chica!" And here I am being like, "Oh, I'm just being a little kid. I'm a little pussy kid. I need to man up," thinking it was like my fault, right? But then my mom gets up, she's like, "I'm getting my son out of here." She's banging on the door to like, "Let me the fuck back there." "No, no, ma'am. You're gonna have to wait for your child to come out." "Fuck you. I'm gonna call the goddamn police." It may not be exactly what she said, but I'm pretty sure it was close. Maybe more swears. So eventually, they let me go. Traumatized. And I don't remember what happened afterwards. I think my mind kind of just went blank after that. I think maybe the rest was repressed because I went through so much pain. What happened after that is my mom tries to find a different dentist, and this was the greatest dentist I've ever had. He heard my story and was like, "I want to help this kid." So he let me in when my mom was being treated. He's like, "Here, I'm going to show you everything we can do." And then he took me to the back to make like a little race car out of the stuff that the mold stuff they put in your mouth for braces, I think, or dentures. First time I went there for like an appointment, he didn't actually do a checkup. He said, "I'm going to show you how to brush your teeth." And then next time I was like, "I'm going to help you count your teeth." And when he saw I was getting a little stressed with the little thing, I forget what it's called, a little utensil looking thing, he said, "Okay, we'll do that another time." And then he eased me into a regular checkup, and he was the best dentist ever. So I'm probably thinking, go back to him. He retired. And he's the only person I ever trusted with my teeth. It's just like, I am afraid to go to anyone else because I do not want that experience to ever happen again. If that experience happens to me as a 24-year-old adult, I feel like that's the day the police are called on me. Because it's just like, "Alright, we're going to do this." Fuck you! Oh wait, no. They fucked up with my teeth, so. Fuck you! Someone loses an eye. Like, "Sir, why'd you do that?" "Well, maybe they should have numbed it first." "Your mouth?" "No, their face." So with that being said, yeah, these are the first stories that traumatized me for fucking life. I don't have much time. I think my camera is about to get ready to hit the 20-minute mark, which is all it records. So if you enjoyed this video, or if there were moments that traumatized you, go ahead and put them in the comments. Like, favorite, whatever, I don't care. I'm out of here. I'm not scared. I'm not scared.